Peppa Pig Mermaids. One afternoon, Peppa and Rebecca were playing mermaids. Aren't mermaids amazing, Rebecca? Asked Peppa. I'd love to have a shiny tail and swim underwater every day. Peppa pretended to swim around the room, swishing her imaginary tail. Peppa, called Daddy Pig, time for lunch. At lunch, Peppa couldn't stop talking about mermaids. Mermaids only eat starfish-shaped sandwiches, she said. Mermaids can swim and dance at the same time. Let's have an under-the-sea party, says Rebecca. Yes, she is Peppa. I can dress up as a mermaid. Oh, lovely idea, says Mummy Pig. We can have it this Sunday. Peppa and Rebecca made some under-the-sea party invitations. Very shiny, says Daddy Pig. Just like mermaids' tanks, says Peppa. The next day, Peppa handed out the invitations. I'm having a mermaid under the sea party tomorrow, she told everyone at playgroup. It's going to be a beach, a disco, and an underwater tea party with starfish-shaped sandwiches. That night, Peppa was very excited. I've told everyone there's going to be a beach, a disco, a starfish-shaped sandwiches at my party tomorrow. The party isn't tomorrow, Peppa, it's on Sunday, said Mummy Pig. You'll have to wait one more day. But I told everyone the party was tomorrow, said Peppa, and she pulled out an invitation from under her pillow. Oh no, says Mummy Pig, looking at the invitation. We forgot to put the date on the invitation. Well, we'll just have to do what we can do for tomorrow, says Daddy Pig, smiling. Don't worry, Peppa, says Mummy Pig. We'll sort something out. Now get some sleep and we'll see you in the morning. Mummy and Daddy Pig raced downstairs to do some research on the family computer. Now, let's see what we can find, says Daddy Pig. The computer screen filled with lots of amazing ideas for an under-the-sea party. Those look great, says Daddy Pig. But how are we going to get them all for tomorrow? Daddy Pig thought hard. I'm not sure, he said, yawning. I'm a little bit tired. Maybe we should get some help. Yes, cheered Mummy Pig. What about the big red button? Miss Rabbit, emergency party planner and entertainer extraordinaire, Daddy Pig read. Perfect, says Daddy Pig, and he pressed the big red button. Just then, there was a knock at the door. Miss Rabbit, emergency party planner and entertainment extraordinaire, said Miss Rabbit. I hear you are in need of an under-the-sea party. Yes, says Daddy Pig, telling Miss Rabbit there's the ideas. For tomorrow. No problem, said Miss Rabbit. You go to bed, I've got this. In the morning, Peppa and her family woke up and went downstairs. When they reached the living room, they were amazed. Their house had been transformed into an underwater wonderland. Look, George, there's a beach, gasped Peppa. And waves. Wow, says Daddy Pig. The living room looks just like the Great Barrier Reef from our trip to Australia. Peppa found some costumes hanging up. Ooh, she squealed in delight. This mermaid costume has the shiniest tail I have ever seen. Mummy and Daddy Pig went into the kitchen and they looked around at the fridge. It was full of delicious food. Miss Rabbit is amazing, says Daddy Pig. She really is, agreed Mummy Pig. That afternoon, Peppa and George's friends arrived. They were all dressed in their underwater costumes. Hello, says Peppa, swimming up the grate to greet them. I'm Peppa the Mermaid, and this is George the Crab. Welcome to our under-the-sea home. Wow, everyone gasped. After everyone had arrived, Miss Rabbit swam into the room. Hello, sea creatures, she began. It's time for your underwater adventure. Hooray! Cheered Peppa and her friends. First, Miss Rabbit asked the children to wiggle their toes in the sand. Oh, it feels all tickly, said Peppa. Miss Rabbit handed out seashells. Put the shells to your ears and tell me what you can hear. The sea! Shouted all of the children. Then Miss Rabbit gave them some smelly toy fish. Take a good sniff. What can you smell? Ugh! Shouted the children. Fishy! Well, we are at the seaside, said Miss Rabbit. Now, sea creature, says Miss Rabbit, are you ready to dive down to the bottom of the ocean and underwater tea party? Yes, shouted the children. After everyone had eaten, Miss Rabbit taught the children how to swans. It's swimming and dancing at the same time, yelled Miss Rabbit over the music, frantically waving her arms around. Follow me, swim, swim, big fish, little fish. Being a mermaid is amazing, Daddy, cried Peppa. Can we have another under the sea party next week? We'll see, Peppa, joked Daddy Pig. He swanced around the room. Being a mermaid is lots of fun.